Hello students, I welcome you all to this very interesting session on computer aided designing. The impact of technology, globalization and increased awareness among the consumer segments are some of the vital indicators that have dictated the industries of all types to modernize and update their labor intensive operations with latest technology. Textiles, apparel and fashion industries are more prone to adopt the latest technology due to changing trends every season. The intervention of computers in these industries have witnessed tremendous growth with incorporation of automation and high speed technology at every stage to meet the fast growing competitive fashion environment. Some of the computerized systems or computerized terms that are used in this computer designing is that CAD, that is computer aided designing. It is a process of designing from concept to product with the help of computers. And computer aided manufacturing, it is an application of technology that uses computer software and machinery to facilitate and automate manufacturing process. The computer integrated manufacture refers to total automation of manufacturing process using computer controlled machines and automation systems in manufacturing a product. Computer integrated apparel manufacture, this is a specific system developed to automate the process of apparel production. The entire production process is controlled by the computers with an approach to speed up the production process utilizing the real time benefit. Computer aided administration, it is a custom based computer system developed for each industry based on their requirements, applicable for marketing, sales order processing and stock control. Separate subsystems aid in management of personnel and labor. Then electronic point of sale (EPOS), it is a computer system that speeds up sale transactions and monitors stock levels. Apparel design software is a unique software. It is meant for designing and production of apparels. Globally, CAD has revolutionized the design process undoubtedly. CAD designs became instantly recognizable and appreciated through images that are created throughout the world. Creativity, design process and the effective management are important factors in maintaining and extending market position and market share. Low cost PC based systems used for automating pattern design, grading, marking, plotting accelerates design creations into pattern making in just matter of hours. This has a revolutionary effect not only with the factory but throughout the world of fashion. The utility of computer aided design is incredible from the design stage to product delivery through pattern making, marker making, lay planning, spreading, cutting, sewing and finally packing the ultimate product. Now let us see what are the advantages of these CAD systems. The time and expenditure are reduced in a considerable manner when compared to the laborious manual work of designing. Designing can be done from anywhere as the customer are able to control the process from remote locations as well. The data can be easily stored, transmitted and transported through computer files. Manual images, drawings and patterns can be transferred into the computer using digitizers. Use of an image for any number of times like croquis, fabric swatches, etc. Color manipulation can be easily done either in RGB, that is red, green and blue, CYMK, that is cyan, yellow, magenta and black, HSV, that is hue, saturation and value. Color matching software provides immense opportunities in surface decorations of fabric as well as garments. Digital drawings and images can be saved on CD-ROM or pen drive or hard drive, thus saving the space. Moreover, they can be easily organized for fast and easy retrieval. The designs can be easily customized and personalized as corrections and editing can be done at any time without significant delays or cost increase. The designers do not need to produce swatches all the time as they can now see how a particular fabric or garment looks in different colors and shapes on computer screen itself. Communication with consumers has become more effective as virtual images can be created simulating the drape of textiles for different end users. So, these are the advantages of the CAD, and let us see what are the disadvantages. I am sure that there will not be many, but to say that generally these softwares are going to be costly, the price is very high, maybe it is not affordable by everybody, and definitely training is required to operate these softwares, and then maybe it is difficult for the industries to get a trained personnel for their factory. And then we will see what are the CAD modules that are present, that are available in the market for the designers. One is the design studio, and which refers to production of the designs. Maybe it is any design, it is maybe an apparel design or an embroidery design or a croquis or anything can be drawn, and illustration or sketch pad, and it refers to drawing in the computer, and it is just like hand drawing. And texture mapping is a technique used by the computer graphics. It is to produce realistic images from what is being generated by the computer. And embroidery, in this case the designs are developed and then assign the stitches and also assign the color combinations. Specification and costing module, in this the specification of the fabric, the specification of this even lining, buttons and all other accessories are being given here, and then the costing is automatically done. And digitizing, in this the manual patterns, images, drawings and all other things can be easily transferred using the digitizer. And the grading, it is known to everybody, that is changing the pattern sizes, taking the basic size, all the other sizes, like in the case of women 32, 34, 36, 38, like that the grading can be done and patterns can be prepared by having a single basic pattern. And marker making, this is generally a term used in computers to talk about the laying of the patterns onto the fabric. It is done in such a way that maximum utilization of the fabric is used in case of computers, but if it is manually done, I am sure that it will be minimum utilization of the fabric. But marker making is definitely an important part of production of the garments, because the amount of fabric that is taken by each garment will be decided by this marker making. And pattern design or generation software, and of course, as the name indicates, it generates the pattern. The patterns are there by default, and if you want, we can give individual measurements and then we can change, and we can change the styles also of these patterns by flat pattern technique. So, these CAD systems offer value by performing functions such as develop new styling, design the appropriate garment construction, create numerous style variations quickly, draw new silhouettes, and also they help in line development in garment industries, and you can design new textiles and design shoes and other accessories, design retail displays, and combine graphics and typesettings for marketing aids and presentations, and also they enhance the public relations image of the company, and they help in design tables and logos of each company, and create artwork and color stories for silk screen applications, and there will be 3D texture mapping, and this is almost it focuses on a map wherein the 2D dimension image is transformed into 3D dimension image at the texture space by introducing a corresponding pixel with each and every pixel of the 2D image. Thus, we will be getting a 3D dimension in texture. And then let us see, we are all interested to go for designing using the computers. In that case, we should know and what are the things we require. And so, we will see now how we set up an ideal CAD workstation. When you want to set up a CAD station, it involves assembling several components. These include a monitor or video display, a central processing unit, input devices such as mouse, digitizer, scanner, and output devices such as printers and plotters. The configurations of these components may change very frequently, and hence a thorough market survey is recommended. However, making budget-wise selections that satisfy both current and future needs of the individual, or it may be the company or in the industry, that they save the time and also the money. Coming to the hardware, so how we select a monitor or video display. So, to work with all CAD softwares, it is better to select the largest monitor with the best resolution, as it facilitates greatest ease in working. A 15-inch monitor is a standard monitor that may not fulfill the requirement of the designer. A 24-inch monitor, which costs a little more than the standard one, may be an ideal tool for viewing the design. A 27-inch to 34-inch monitors are also available, which are very expensive and affordable by only few people. A resolution of at least 640 by 480 dots per inch is a must for the standard monitors. Resolutions of 1024 into 768 dots per inch or 1280 into 1024 dots per inch, or even better than that, are optimal for design solutions. Resolutions as high as 3840 into 2160 dots per inch are also available for excellent picture clarity. It may change now and then, because whenever there is some invention, it comes into the market and it increases and refines the image. And monitors with high performance cards are available, which enable the display of 256 colors at the same time. Flat screens deliver a crisper, more distortion-free display across the screen. LED monitors offer a brighter image than LCDs, smaller and require less power, and they allow for extremely thin cabinet designs. And we will see how to organize a central processing unit. It is the computer's activity center. After processing the software and user input, it sends instructions to the monitor, printer, plotter, or other peripheral devices. The CPU's speed and efficiency affects its performance and user productivity. Speeds of CPU differ, and around 50 megahertz speed is the least speed required for any type of CAD. The greater the speed, the less time it takes for the drawing to regenerate. The kind of processor used also affects the CPU's processing power. Pentium processors are faster and present Intel core of i3, i5, i7, i9 or the fastest processors available in the market. Coming to the random access memory, it is a storage space that holds the drawing and program while they are in use. RAM should be based on the requirement of software used for designing, and a RAM of 128 megabytes may be the minimum requirement for design work. Design work consumes a lot of space than text in a computer. Scanned pictures form larger files that occupy a lot of space. For convenience, the CPU should contain external drives such as CD drive, CD writers, zip drive, etc. to provide external space for storage of information and flexibility of use. The CPU should also have few expansion slots for future upgradation. These can be used for additional serial and parallel ports, extra memory, video cards and other enhancements. Non-integrated motherboards are better than integrated motherboards, as the former facilitates replacing of its components individually. And once we have selected the CPU and also the monitor, let us see how we select the pointing devices such as mice, digitizers and the stylus. Use of a pointer such as a mouse, cursor or stylus is the easiest way to draw and edit. It allows the user to move around quickly and to select items from dialog boxes and from screens, pull down icon menus, and using the cursor or arrow keys is the alternative to use a pointing device, which is extremely slow and tedious. Select a mouse or cursor or stylus with as many buttons as possible. With every additional button, drawing becomes faster and easier. AutoCAD generally provides functions for about 10 buttons. A mouse is often the most affordable pointing device. Generally, it has 2 or 3 buttons which pick points on the screen, press enter and display the menu of the object snap mode. Super mice that have 40 or more buttons are now available with many built-in features and programmed by user to perform other functions. And coming to the digitizer is an electronic input device that makes all software features more accessible and greatly enhances productivity. An additional benefit is the ability to input existing patterns and illustrations. The pointing device attached to the digitizer is called a cursor or puck. It can be purchased with 4, 8, 12 or 16 buttons. A stylus can also be used with the digitizer. So, these digitizers are also available in different sizes. The 12 by 12 inches and 12 by 17 inches tablets are considered working digitizers. Digitizers are also available up to a maximum of 40 inches by 60 inches, which are highly expensive but provide utmost flexibility for working with. They are also useful for entering the patterns and illustrations. Larger items may be, however, have to be digitized in sections. The stylus is a pen-like plotting device. It is often available with or without digitizer. Because of its shape and size and the number of buttons that it contains, its functions may be limited. Stylus offers freedom and familiarity for sketching and also freehand drawing. And then, in order to get the images from the papers and other things, we have to use a scanner. And how are we going to select this? It is an optical device, illuminates the drawing with a fluorescent or incandescent light. The reflected light passes through a lens and undergoes a process that converts it into a raster image. The level of a scanner is an important aspect for getting perfect images. A 8-bit pixel offers 256 gray values. A 24-bit images are actually 3 8-bit channels, one for each red, green and blue light. A 24-bit scanner captures 256 shades of gray, and this 256 into 3 gives around 16.7 million possible colors, which may be maximum for graphic designs. A 256 level indicates its ability to record 256 color shades that provide accurate images. Resolution is another important factor in selecting a scanner. Most of the scanners have 150 dots per inch as a default resolution, but they are adjustable to lower and also high resolution as per the clarity of the image required. And then for selecting of the output devices such as printers and plotters, these are the major output devices required for pattern making and fashion illustrations. Resolution, speed, size, memory, color capacity and ease of use are the main criteria for their selections. Coming to the printers, these are useful for providing illustrations, test plots and half and quarter scale list patterns. Often limited to A and B sized paper, their chief limitation is the size. They are cost effective. Varieties of printers are available in the market, which include dot matrix, laser and inkjet models. Printers output is based on the required resolution. Up to 2400 dots per inch resolution is possible. Generally, many printers have an option for resolution of low, medium and high. A printer of latest configuration that suits for computer should be acquired. Inkjet printers are available at a very competitive price, but further maintenance including the cost of the cartridges should be taken into consideration while selecting the printer. And to select a plotter, size is the most important factor. A plotter that produces E-sized 48 inches or larger is ideal for full scale patterns or designs. Narrower devices sometimes make it necessary to plot the patterns in 2 or more sections. Plotters that accept several paper sizes are the most useful ones. Plotters are available in 2 basic styles, drum and flatbed. Drum plotters have the advantage of standing upright and require little space. A roll feed attachment can be made to feed the paper of various sizes continuously for plotting larger patterns. An adaptable blade that replaces the pen enables several types of drum plotters to function as pattern cutters also. Flatbed plotters accept media of varied types and thicknesses including poster board. Because paper remains flat, these plotters take lot of space than drum plotters. Speed is an important issue when selecting a pen plotter. Pen speed is measured in inches per second. A plotter speed of 20 inches per second is acceptable for most applications. Automatic paper sizing is another time saving factor. Many electronic plotters are raster devices which form images composed of dots. Their resolution is measured in dots per inch. Most have resolutions from 150 to 400 dots per inch. While selecting plotters, especially for supporting apparel software, compatibility is essential. The apparel CAD systems sometimes supply their own digitizers and plotters in order to have better compatibility. Coming to the selection of the software. For selection of these apparel design software modules, care should be taken before buying any CAD software. The software which are supported by the available hardware should only be purchased, or the hardware should be upgraded to comply with the new software. Training must be given to the people who are going to operate the system so that maximum benefit may be taken from it. With careful selection and trained professionals, the apparel industry can enjoy the benefits of the IT revolution right at their door. Over 100 vendors that supply software offer competitive price to the buyers. Exclusive software available now in the market or in the form of specific modules for each application. Two-dimensional softwares introduced first are available to cater to pattern making, grading and making pattern libraries. The introduction of three-dimensional scanning, mapping, customized avatars in accordance with specific anthropometric and facial features are innovative and fascinating opportunities available at present. Some of the systems that are in use are garment design, and in this fashion sketches are created by the designer and add varieties of textures to it. Digital fashions can be created in the two-dimensional form and three-dimensional form. The garment can be viewed in all the angles, as it is possible to animate a ramp walk by the mannequin or the human model in the 3D form. The PDS system, it is using this system, that is pattern making, grading and marker making can be done. Patterns can be drafted with ease and accuracy using flat pattern techniques. The basic patterns can be graded to different sizes, and the marker planning or lay planning can be effectively or efficiently done in the computer, which will aid in minimum utilization of the fabric. Coming to the digitizing systems, manual patterns can be converted into the digital pattern with the help of the digitizer to aid further grading and marker planning. And coming to another module, that is computerized cutting, is the machine that cuts the fabric into pattern blocks as prescribed by the marker plan, which can be directly loaded using the PDS system. So, this particular module is attached to the machine itself, so that it takes up all the patterns and then it helps in cutting the patterns, individual patterns that belongs to a one garment. Computerized sewing machines. The sewing machines have programmed operations that help in increasing the production. It also aids in improving or maintaining the quality of the product. Another important software is the 3D body scanning. It records the dimensions of the individual in 3D form and useful in taking body measurements of the individual with the greatest accuracy. Then made to measure systems are ideal for tailored garments. The measurements are entered into the PDS software, which prepares patterns and marker plan for the desired style. This aids in mass production of tailored garments. The full size patterns can be printed using the plotters. This embroidery system is again another module. It includes creation of new designs, imparting various color combinations and embroidering the fabric using computer controlled embroidery machine in a few minutes. Virtual imaging and marketing is a very important or very interesting module, and the virtual environment permits 3D visualization of drape and fit on virtual model or avatar, eliminating exhaustive process of physical sample generation. Consumer gets to see the products displayed before they are developed, virtual products in virtual stores. Quick response system. This reduces the lead time between the manufacturer and the retailer by reducing the gap between the designer and the consumer. Internet and information explosion system is very much useful to the fashion designers, fashion design faculty members, students, fashion leaders and fashion followers to familiarize with the latest trends. So, friends, today we learned about the use of computers in the apparel industry. Software that have special features are often priced very high and making them not affordable by many. So, general software such as CorelDRAW or for creating of and rendering some designs, and Adobe Photoshop that helps in image editing are useful to the beginners. Even AutoCAD, if it is available, they can be used for drawing the patterns and croquis and other things. So, why waiting? Try to acquire these softwares and practice to become a good apparel designer.